Hey everyone, welcome back to Cuddy's Bookshelf. So welcome to a Valentine's Day week vlog. That don't make no sense, but a love-filled vlog. I just wanted to spread the love, read some romance and work on some self-love during this vlog, because you need to love yourself as much as you love the people around you. So we're going to have a vlog of love, basically. I am spreading the love. I want you to take some time out to have some self-care. If you're watching this, I want you to get yourself a nice drink, whether it be alcoholic or non-alcoholic, maybe a cozy hot chocolate. Give yourself a pamper session, wrap up in a blanket, light a candle, and just get cozy. Give some self-care, some self-love. And that's what this vlog's going to be about. It's all about love. So I've got a stack of books, and I mean a stack. Am I going to read all of these books during this vlog? No. Are any of these on my actual TBR for February? Yes, one. Could I added more from my February reads onto this list to make it easier for myself? Also, yes. But I didn't. So I'll take you through of what I could potentially be reading in this vlog. If I don't get to any, it doesn't matter, I can read them another time. But I just thought I'd show you what I could potentially be reading. The first one is romantic poets. So this has got like Wordsworth, Coleridge, Blake, Byron, Shelley, Keats, all in here. And I just thought, you know, it's the best time of year to read it. So, romantic poets. Let's get some of those read. The next book is a manga, and it is I Don't Know Which Is Love. I wanted to start this manga last year and I didn't get round to it, so I am this year. And this is about a girl who is in love with her best friend, and when she tells her best friend, it doesn't go well. But she's like, I'm not going to be down about it. I'm about to go to college. I will find a nice girl in college. But how is she supposed to fall in love with just one girl when she's falling in love with every cute girl that she meets? So I just thought it was a cute story, so I want to start this one. The next book is the one that is actually on my February TBR, and it is The Spanish Love Deception by Eleanor Armas. I really need to get to this, and it is a romance, and this is a love-filled vlog, so we're reading it. Not a clue what it is about. Then there's also a chance that I will start the Chestnut Spring series. Again, the only thing I really know about these is that they are cowboy romances, and they're supposed to be really, really good. And I can't wait to get to these. This is why that is in the stack, but will I have a chance to read all of these? We don't know. But we hope. The next one is one that I really need to get to because I love this series so much. It's also a series on Netflix, so if you haven't watched it, I highly recommend. It's such a cute story between Nick and Charlie, and it is a heartstopper. And this is volume 5. This has not long been out, and I still haven't read it yet. So this is a graphic novel, and I love Nick and Charlie's story. It is so sweet, so heartwarming, and I can't wait to get to it. The next book is a book that I have just recently unboxed, and I mean as in Fairy Loot January box. So I have literally just got this, but I read the synopsis of this and I really want to get to it, and I think it's the perfect time of year. I mean, look at it. Look at it. It is absolutely beautiful. Like under the dust jacket. Oh my goodness. That just screams romance to me. And this is about a girl who has magic in her blood, and this makes it so when she is sewing, every thread that she sews, she can weave memories and emotions into garments. And she is tasked with making the prince's wedding garments. So they get talking, they get close. He is known for like being distant and grumpy, but they spark a friendship. and it's got balls in it, and when their friendship gets noticed, a columnist starts spreading gossip around about them, which could cause scandal, and I just thought it sounded incredible. So I am looking forward to this, and I've added it on because I'm too excited. And then the last one before we get into the non-fiction books is Olivia Blake's Alone with You in the Ether. I was told to wait to read this around this time, so I really wanted to add this into the vlog, and I'm really excited to get to it. A love story. And it says, Alone with You in the Ether is a contemporary love story like no other. Regan and Aldo allow us to explore the nature of love, what it means to be unwell, and how to face the fractures of ourselves and still love as if we're not broken. It just sounds so good. I'm so excited for these reads. And then the last 3 books are more working on yourself and self-love. So over the past 8 months, I have had a significant amount of loss, and I have been struggling with it all. And obviously your mental health takes a dip when things happen, and it just seems to keep going for me at the minute. So, but we stay positive and we work on it, and I have got these 3 books, and one is Look on the Bright Side, one is 100 Days Happier, and then the other one is called Don't Worry, 48 Lessons on Achieving Calm. So they're generally all books that will help me like compartmentalize my stresses. They will help me think of the positive things in life, the happiness that I can draw out of every day, even if it feels like the world is crashing around me. And I just really need to work on that. This one says, let life's light shine bright. Seeing the good in everything is the secret to a happy life. And like any skill, the more we do it, the easier it gets in every area of your life, at work or at play, whilst exercising or relaxing. There are simple steps you can take to improve your mood and brighten your day. Full of optimistic advice, cheerful mantras, and uplifting quotes from sunny souls, this book will help lighten life's load and leave you beaming. Need that in my life. So I just thought this was a really cute book that, you know, I think these will be books that I'm like dabbling in and out of. So there is that one. And then 100 Days Happier, I have had this for quite some time. I bought this when I was in Stratford upon Avon, and I really liked it. I sort of did it as a daily thing. I would just turn to a random page each day and do what it says. So this one, it says, so many people are waiting to feel happy, but the truth is lasting happiness is something that you create each and every day through the simple choices you make. 100 Days Happier invites you to make small daily changes in the way you think and act, changes that will ultimately create a fundamental shift in the life you are living. Based on the best-selling book, The Happiness Code, and its 10 keys, this collection of inspirational messages will inspire you to be the best you can be. So, yeah, there's that one. And then this one says, learn to let go of stress, change how you worry, and improve your life for good. It says, shows you how to relieve the anxieties of everyday life in 48 viral, empowering, and easy to achieve lessons. Use this book as your tool to focus on now, to improve your most important relationships, to let go of rose-tinted views that hold you back, and to learn ways to accept yourself as you are so that you enjoy a calmer, more relaxed, positive version of yourself. And yeah, so it's just little books like this. I have quite a few like self-help. I have one on like happiness year, so you're enjoying through the seasons, like the different things that you can do. I have one on kindness, like little acts of kindness that you can do. But I really wanted to focus, especially on this vlog, is some self-love and, you know, changing the way you think about yourself. I think it's really important. It is something that I did used to make a really big conscious effort with. And then I think with having illnesses and stuff, I really wasn't very nice to myself. So I'm going to change that. And we are going to be more positive, and life is going to get better in 2024 because it has to, and it will. And these are the books that's bloody going to help me get there. This is the stack of books that I am going to be potentially reading in this vlog. I am really excited for all of them. So yeah, I don't even know which one to start with, because normally I pick numbers and sort of try and set some sort of order. But yeah, I'll just dig into one and let you know. But yeah, these are the books that I could be reading. And even though this is going to be the longest intro ever, I wanted to share this with you because I came home to a parcel from Amazon, which will be from one of you guys. I haven't ordered anything, so I thought I would open it on here, spread the kindness that you give me all the time. Honestly, I don't know what I did to deserve all of you, but I'm so happy that you're here and so grateful. So I have just literally caught this tape because although it looks random tangent, although it looks easy because it looks like paper, but it's got this little string in it, and you just can't get into it. So anyway, this, oh, I'm giving you first sneakers. I know who this is from. I already know who this is from. Oh my goodness. So, Yellow Bellies, if you haven't seen any of my past videos and you're new here, Yellow Bellies is my favourite sweets. I absolutely love them, to the point where I have already gone through one of these tubs that was gifted to me, and it was gifted to me by KJ. And I'm guessing these are going to be from KJ too. So let me just have a look at the gift notes, but I'm already really excited. It's from KJ. I knew it. I knew it as soon as I seen the Yellow Bellies. So how many things did you get me? Oh my goodness. The note with the Yellow Bellies, it says, despite all the news that you might have come across, good or bad, please remember that you are surrounded by people who care about you. Never stop, never stopping. Love, KJ. See? Random acts of kindness really does help people. Thank you so much, KJ. Oh, I can't believe you got me another tub. Oh. And then I can see on top that you've got me a whole bunch of sticky tabs. Oh my god, you have no idea how much I need these right now. It's incredible. Wow. How many do you get? There is so many. So I think you get the same in each pack, but literally there is so many tabs here. That is incredible. And there's another pack which is full of these also. I really needed these, so I am so grateful. Thank you so much. Oh my god. There is a gift bag. And the note on here, it says, thank you for doing a buddy read with me. Oh, I can't wait for another one. KJ, you didn't need to get me anything for our buddy read. I loved it just as much. It was great. And we have... Oh, it's one of the Terry Pratchett hardbacks. So it's Weird Sisters. So I have read this. Absolutely love it. Terry Pratchett, I am obsessed. He is a genius. He is so hilarious. His characters have just... Oh my goodness. They're just incredible. The humour, the warmth that you feel straight away towards them. and this world, the Discworld that he builds, is just incredible, and I am so happy to have this. Oh my goodness. Oh, it comes with a ribbon and everything. Look. I'm collecting the hardback editions of these. I have 3 in the Discworld so far, but only one of them is one of the Witches series, and that's the series that I've started with within the whole Discworld. And the gift note for the tabs says, "There is never enough tabs in a bookish person's life. Hope this supply will keep you going." I think it will. Oh. It's incredible. Thank you so much. I'm not going to dwell on it because I will cry. See the effects of random acts of kindness. But yeah, I just thought I would kick this vlog off, show you the present that I got and the books that I'm going to be potentially reading, and yeah, we'll get into reading some romance and poetry. It is now the next day. I did some reading when I got to bed last night, but then eventually I fell asleep with being awake for so long. But I have read some more this morning, and I've got to chapter 19 of The Spanish Love Deception. I thought I'd start with this one, with it being the one that's on my TBR, so I thought I'd get that one out of the way. So yeah, I've started this. It's very cookie cutter, you know, a contemporary romance. They all are similar, aren't they, in a way? But I am eating it up. So you've got the fake dating trope, you've got the one bed trope, and I'm just eating it up. I absolutely loving it. So yeah, I thought I'd update you because, like I say, I'm 304 pages in, so I've only got this much left to read, and I didn't want to come back straight away and be like, I finished a book, and not update you in between. I am not looking forward to the bit where, because obviously they're at the point where they're getting to know each other, but you know that something's going to go wrong before it gets better. So I'm waiting to see what the something wrong's going to be before. I just hope it's not miscommunication, because that does gripe me a lot. But yeah, I thought I'd do an update. Really enjoying it. Spanish Love Deception. I went to my friend's. We went and looked around some shops. We had a little mooch around. It was lovely. I brought some books from the works, and also brought this really cute donkey bookmark. I don't know why. I just really liked it, so I got it. I have, since returning home, finished The Spanish Love Deception. I really enjoyed this. There was no like miscommunication in there. The fallout, which obviously it always happens, was just a genuine fallout, and it was more to do with past trauma. So I did like that. I liked the ending. So that's the first book done. I am going to start, I'm just running a bath, and I am going to start reading A Fragile Enchantment. So that's the one I'm going to read next, and I'm really excited about it because since I opened the box from Fairy Loot, I have been looking forward to it. So yeah, I just thought I'd update you to say that I have finished The Spanish Love Deception, really enjoyed it, and I'm going to start my next one whilst I'm in the bath. So yes, that's what's happening. And I don't know if I will haul the works books in this vlog or if I'll save them and just put them in a haul in future. I'll see what I feel like tomorrow, but I might show them you tomorrow. But yeah, I just thought I'd give you a little update to say that I have finished it and I'm going in the bath. So I have been reading A Fragile Enchantment and I am loving this book. This is about Neve, so I think I was mispronouncing her name. I think that's how it is pronounced, but it's just spelt differently. So sorry about that. This is about Neve, who has this magical ability in her blood where when she sews, she can sew emotions and abilities into each garment. So for instance, if you say to her, I'd like to be able to not be seen, she can make it so people don't generally see you when you're wearing that garment. She get asked to go to the palace and make the prince as garments for his wedding, and while she is there they get to talking and get closer, and he is known for being very distant, very grumpy. It doesn't really like people all that much. He don't even like his own brother. Because this book is, you know, with the like decadent balls and like women can't be alone with a man without a chaperone, and they get caught one night just having a chat. It was literally just a general chat, and it gets run in this gossip column that's been going around daily. It's a bit like Bridgerton, no, with Lady Whistledown. It's a bit like that, and she gets a letter from this columnist and she has to make some decisions. But I am really enjoying this. I am chapter 14, which is sedways through, so I've got this much left to go, but I haven't been able to put it down. I started it last night and I have just blitzed. I mean, it has got quite decent sized writing, so it does seem like a fast read, but I am loving it. Really enjoying my time with this. But what I wanted to come on here and share with you, because I know I did a very vague I'm back from spending the day with my friend video, and I would have showed you some footage of a few of the shops that we had a mooch around, but I wanted again to show you my donkey bookmark. They was on sale for £2 and it says Gentle Jack is what the donkey is called, and I really wanted to get him, and it's quite thick cardboard as well. So yeah, I bought myself a bookmark just because I think it's nice to know if I go to the seaside or anything to have a donkey bookmark. I just think it's cute. Anyway, so I did say that I went into the works and I did pick up 3 books for £6 in their deal that they do on some of their books. So I did pick up the last of the Chestnut Spring series that I needed, because I have the first 4, I needed the 5th, and it is Hopeless, and these are by Elsie Silver. These are cowboy romances. I don't know too much about them. I know that there is a lot of people that love these and I really want to love them too. I'm hoping to get to the first one in this video, so I wanted to get the 5th one just in case it gets to a situation where I need to binge them all. So I got that one, which I thought was great with being in the 3 for £6 deal. And then I also saw Never Lie by Frida McFadden. This is the author of the Housemaid, and obviously I really loved The Housemaid and The Housemaid Secret, and I just really wanted another book by them. I've not even read the back. I've literally seen the author, and knew that I would want to read more from that author. So I did pick this up. No idea what it's about, but I really want to get to this soon, so I don't want to look on the back. With it being a thriller, I don't want any spoilers, but I did pick up a new Frida McFadden and I'm really excited about it. And then the last one, I've not heard of this one. I don't know if it is popular or not, but I saw it and I thought, well, that's intriguing. And the tagline of it is "Forbidden fruit tastes the sweetest." So it had me, and it's called Filthy Rich Vampire by Geneva Lee. And it says, I am yours, all of me, my body, my blood. You can have both. You can have everything. Julian has a problem. He is single. And for the world's wealthiest vampires, the social season is about to begin. Julian would rather stake himself than participate in the marriage market. But as the eldest, most eligible Russox, he's expected to find a wife before the season ends, whether he likes it or not. Thea literally stumbles into his life at a gala. He knows she's the last person he could ever fall in love with. She's too innocent, too kind, and way too human. But now that she knows about his world, she's also a walking target. She needs protection, he needs a fake girlfriend to discourage overzealous vampire matchmaking. So Julian makes Thea an irresistible offer. Pretend to be his lover and he'll change her life. For 1 year, they'll attend the season's social events together in exchange for his protection and a way out of her mother's crippling medical debt. But with each moment they share, new dangers emerge. A desire as forbidden as their stolen touches, an awakening of a long dead heart, and secrets that could tear them both apart. And that's why I picked that up. I just thought it sounded really good, really intriguing, and, you know, I feel like vampire books are really making a comeback. So yeah, that's the 3 books that I picked up from the works. Really happy that I managed to get all 3 of these for £6. Like, how do the works do it? I don't understand. But I'm grateful for it. So they're the books that I picked up. I did have a lovely day. We went back to my friend's house. We had some lovely dinner and we watched The Wedding Singer. If you ever watched that with Adam Sandler, it's one of my favourites. My friend hasn't watched many movies. She's not really a movie person. So every time, for instance, about a year ago, I went to stay over and she'd never watched Dirty Dancing. And now she loves Dirty Dancing. She has watched that now. So last night we watched The Wedding Singer with Adam Sandler and Drew Barrymore. We also watched My Best Friend's Wedding, which is with Julia Roberts and Cameron Diaz, because those two, when I was in my teens, I absolutely love those. And I think The Wedding Singer, me and my mum still quote to this day. They're just, yeah. So she has now watched those. She loved them both. It was just a lovely evening. It's not just romance and self-love. You also need to show your friendships, love, and your relationships with your family. So yeah, let's spread all of the love. Let's, you know. But I'm really, really, really intrigued to get back into this. I'm so glad that I put this on this reading list. I am going to switch it up a bit. And I think I'm going to, later on, I'm going to read in my living room for a bit and get cozy in there. And I think I'm going to pick up Heartstopper Volume 5 because I really want to get to this. I'm so excited for it. Nick and Charlie are in love. But what happens next? I want to know. I want to know. I want to know. I'm so excited. So yeah, I think that's going to be the plans for later. I think I'm going to read a bit more of this. If I do manage to finish it before I get to this, I will let you know. But I am loving it. I wish I had the ability to sew like emotions and things into clothing. Because I would love to be able to go invisible sometimes. If you could have a superpower, what would it be? That's the question of this video. If you could have a superpower, what would it be? See, I'm always torn between 2 because I would love to be able to heal people, but I do think it would be a very hard burden to put on yourself because it's just non-stop, isn't it? So it's outweighing, like, I think you could put yourself in danger in that way as well. If you get what I mean, if you're a healer and you can heal anything. but I'd love to be able to heal people. And then the other one is to be invisible, because the amount of time I'm in a crowded place and anxiety kicks in and I just want to turn invisible and get my book out and read. So that's my other one. But what's yours? Let me know. If you could have a superpower, what would you have? And who was it? Someone the other day, I think it was a friend of mine, said that they would like to be able to read minds. I was like, oh no, that would not work for me. No. I think everyone should have the right to their own thoughts, whether it be nice or mean. Keep them in your head, as long as they're not spurting out your mouth. You know, I don't want to know. No thank you, no thank you. Keep that to yourself. But yeah, if you did want to be able to be like a telepath, what would your reasoning be? Why would you want that ability? I don't know why it's gone into superhero territory, but yeah, gonna read this, gonna carry on with this, and I will get back to you once I've read something. So I've just read the entirety of Heartstopper Volume 5. Really enjoyed this. I love Nick and Charlie's story. So this one is more about the future once Nick leaves school, because he is a year older than Charlie, what his future plans are, and them taking their relationship a step further and going through all of that. But yeah, great follow on. I can't wait for Volume 6. I'm going to be getting back to a Fragile Enchantment now, so I'll update you when I've read some more. I've just spent a little bit of time going through the self-help ones, the non-fiction. The Look on the Bright Side, I really enjoyed this one. I like that this one, I have been tabbing them, so there is tabs throughout all of these, but I liked this one works from the inside as well as what you can do physically around you. So this one gives you advice on exercises that you can do and yoga and stuff like that, and it also gives you diet, getting your right nutritions in you to make your body feel happier and giving you more endorphins. And it also has some beautiful illustrations and quotes throughout all of the book, which is just absolutely stunning. And I just like that it's a mix of both, and I can see myself coming back to this throughout this month, just having a read and thinking of the little things that I can change that are not in my control, and I can change the way that I think and try and move forward. So here's the illustrations on getting the right fluids and the diets, and I just thought I didn't realise it was giving you the nutrition and stuff like that as well. I didn't know it was going to give you that as well as the exercises to work on your mental health. So I really enjoyed that about this. So that was the first one. This one is more of a physical read, as in it gives you physical things to do, so to change your way of decorating your house, or the way your work environment, and stuff that you could actually use as activities, like going out, doing yoga, do you get what I mean? Like physical things to help your mental health and happiness and anxiety, to reduce anxiety. I think the illustrations in this one are absolutely stunning. But they are really beautiful throughout. They're very calming and relaxing. And I just really liked it. It also gives you advice for the future also. So like growing old and the struggles that you might face with getting older and the anxieties and worries over that. I really enjoyed this. I can see it's one that I'm going to go back to, but not as often, more of as and when needed, if that makes more sense. So there's that one. So the last one is 100 Days Happier, and I enjoyed this one. I think this is one where you could use it every day. Like I said, when I first bought this, I was using it daily because you can turn to any page, and on one side there's a quote, and then the next side there is a activity that you can do, but it's more mental activities. So how you see things, what you can do to change the way that you see things every day. If someone's being horrible to you, like, don't be horrible back, just let it brush off you, and it gives you like ways of thinking and not letting that stress get to you in the first place. I really enjoyed this. I think all three of these are going to be really well loved books, and I think I'm going to keep this one, even though I've gone through them all and read them. I think I will keep this one to hand throughout the month because it's got a lot of quotes and little bits of advice that I could do with right now. I really liked this one where it says 1,000 candles can be lit from a single candle, and the life of the candle will not be shortened. Happiness never decreases by being shared. I thought that was lovely, and that was the illustration that come with that. This one gives you a lot of advice on your mental state and how to change the way that you see things, and I really need that. You can tell with, I can't know if you can see that, but there's a lot of annotations in this tiny book, but I do think it's one that I will keep rereading and going back to within the next couple of months. Also, I think this one will be a as and when type book, when I've got time to do a bigger like cleansing session and stuff. I think that's when this one will come in, and this one I could see me going back to randomly every day that I just feel like I need a bit more of a pick-me-up. There's one where it says true happiness is a state of being, not of doing or having. Breathe slowly and smile. One of the fastest ways to embrace a sense of happiness and well-being is to focus on the feeling you want to create. Close your eyes, breathe slowly and smile. Keep smiling until you feel a sense of calm contentment wash over you. Take a moment to capture how good that feels, and then carry this feeling with you for the rest of the day. See what I mean? It's like the littlest things that you can do every day. Just literally taking the time to breathe and calm and ground yourself. And yeah, loved all three of these. I am obsessed. Absolutely love them. I highly recommend them. I have been reading A Fragile Enchantment. I am nearly done with that. I'm only a few chapters off, but I thought I would come and tell you about these ones before I give you an update on that one and what I'm going to be reading next. But I really enjoyed these. I think I've took a lot away from them today, and they've cheered me up. So they have done what they was intended to do. Yeah, I'll get back to you once I've read a bit more of Fragile Enchantment. I have now finished Fragile Enchantment. I really enjoyed this. I'm so glad that I managed to get to this and added it on, because I loved it. I really, really loved it. I think it's going to be a 4-star read. As much as I loved it, I don't get the 5-star read feeling. You know when you know that a book is 5 stars right from the beginning, you just know. I didn't get that feeling from it, but I really did enjoy this story, and I really enjoyed the ending. It was so sweet, and it just shows you that no matter what, love is forgiveness, love is happiness, love is light, and I really enjoyed this. So yeah, I finished this one. If you're wondering about the little thing is that I keep in all the books that I've just read, is I fill them for my, where is it? I fill little tabs for my books that I've read in the year. So this is all the books that I've read so far, not including this month's. So last month I kept putting them in, and then I was like, did I already write that one or not? And then I had to keep going back in. So what I'm doing this month to make it easier for myself, because apparently I need it, is after I finish the book, I'm putting the little piece of paper in the book, and then at the end of the month I will take them all out and put them in the jar, because my little brain can't remember when I've done it and when I haven't. The next book I am going to read is Alone with You in the Ether, because I'm so excited to get to a Livy Blake book, because I've really wanted to read the Atlas 6 trilogy. Now I have them all, but I know that this one was a romance, and I thought it's perfect for this vlog, so this is going to be my first read of hers, and I'm really looking forward to it. I can't wait, and because I do have, I think, all of her books. So I have all 3 of the Atlas 6 books. I have Masters of Death, and I have One for My Enemy, and I haven't read any of them yet. So this is going to be my first of her books, and I'm excited for it. So I'm going to go in the bath, because that is the ultimate self-care for me, is a bath. Let me put this book down, so I'm just going to be waving it around at you. So I'm going to go in the bath and read some of Alone with You in the Ether. I will get back to you after my bath and let you know how much I managed to read and if I'm enjoying it. And then obviously I'm back at work tomorrow, so it will be hard for me to film like updates of me reading. But I only have, one second, I have my little thingy ready for Alone with You in the Ether, but I'm not putting it in until I've finished it. I have put it in these ones, but I haven't read them yet, obviously. The ones that I have left is the romantic poets. So this is like the classics from like Keats and Shelley and Wordsworth and stuff. And then I have the manga, which is I Don't Know Which Is Love, which I'm really excited about. This shouldn't actually take me too long, so I might squeeze that one in. Do I read that before Alone with You in the Ether? I'm going to start Alone with You in the Ether first, and then I might squeeze this one in before I go to bed. And then I just have Flawless by Elsie Silver, which I don't mind taking. I mean, I don't mind taking all 3 of these to work, to be fair, but I don't mind taking these 2 to work with me and then updating you when I've finished them. But yeah, so I have a manga, a poetry, and a cowboy romance still to read, which I don't think is bad. To say that I started this video on Friday, and then obviously yesterday I spent most of my time with my friend, but I did get a lot of reading done last night in bed of A Fragile Enchantment. And then, I mean, it looks a lot because obviously the self-help non-fiction books that I have read, there isn't much text in them. It's more what you take from the text, and you know, it's a bit like poetry in that way. It's about the person and tip with them sort of books. But yeah, so it looks like I've read more than I have. But, and then what was the other book that I read? The Spanish Love Deception. Yeah, I sort of read that in a day, and then Heartstopper I read in one sitting. You would have seen that. But yeah, I'm doing well anyway. I don't know why I'm talking to you about all the books I've just read when you've just watched me read them. Have you read any Livy Blake books? I would like to know. I know that KJ have read this, and she recommended me saving it for this video, so I did. And I'm excited to talk to her about it after I've read them. I'm so excited. I need to run my bath, so I'm going to start reading it while I'm waiting for my bath to fill. Yeah. I'm really happy with how my reading's going at the minute, because towards the end of last year I was getting a bit slumpy. I mean, you wouldn't have thought it because I was still reading a big chunk of books, but within myself I felt slumpy. Like, I would read, when you're, obviously you're a reader, well I hope you are, but you know when you feel like all you want to do is read and pick up a book, and then when you're reading a book you can't wait to get back to it. And that's what I'm like with all of my books, even ones that I'm not so bothered about. I still want to get back to it, to either DNF it, finish it, and to get into a new one. I get really excited of starting a new book, and the chance of it being a 5-star read, it just gets me so excited. And I sort of lost that a little bit at the end of last year, just because obviously things going off personally, but I'm getting it back now. I'm getting it back, and it's exciting me. Yeah. Yes, I do dad dancing. It's the best kind. That's all I know. That and the 2-step. Dance around my handbags. Can you hear all the bubbles? I have finished I Don't Know Which Is Love. This is really weird. So obviously it's about a girl who is in love with her best friend. So it starts where she's in love with her best friend. They're about to graduate, so she's going to tell her how she feels, and her friend sort of breaks her heart in a way. And so she's like, right, I'm going to uni, I'm gonna find a girlfriend at uni, I'm gonna find love and get a girlfriend. And then once she gets there, she meets all these different girls. All of them are really beautiful and cute, and they sort of throw themselves at her, and so she's like, well, which one is my girlfriend, which one do I love? And yeah, it's like really straight away she bumps into a girl, and straight away she's like, first thing that comes out of her mouth is boobs. That's her first thought when she first meet a girl, and it's pretty much like that. It's like, oh, her boobs and stuff, and then it gets a bit raunchy. There's like smutty bits in this, so I don't know what I was thinking this was, but it's a lot more graphic, smutty content than I thought it was going to be. I mean, I don't mind, but yeah, I don't know my thoughts, but I enjoyed it. It was a good, fun little read, and one that I wanted to get to just to see if I like it. I have already brought number 2, so I will read that and see how I like it as it goes along, because I thought it was just going to be like a cutesy girl that's trying to get her first girlfriend sort of thing, when really it's a lot of boobs and kissing and all of that. So yeah, I thought I'd do a face mask, read this, and just have some self-care time. I hope that during this video you are pampering yourself and having a nice hot drink and watching this video, and then plan to do some reading, all cozy and stuff, because self-care is the way forward. But yeah, I am going to go back into Alone With You in the Ether. I have started that. It's just got to the part where two main characters in it, they have just met for the first time, and that's where I'm at with that story. I am enjoying it. I'm gonna get back to that, but I thought I would show you me reading this first. I wasn't planning on filming it just yet, but I just finished Alone With You in the Ether, and I had a much stronger reaction to the end than I thought I would. You can I'm trying not to cry. So this book is amazing. I absolutely loved it. Oh my god. So I have in my profession as well, what I do as a job, I work a lot with people with personality disorder, emotional disorder, bipolar, and this is such a good representation of that. And I think at the end, the acknowledgements and what Olivia explains in that really choked me up, because this shows that not everybody understands mental health issues, and having something like bipolar or emotional disorders and stuff. The way that people sometimes see people with bipolar or something, they're like, oh, they're too emotional, they're too scatty, they're too this, they're too that. And this proves that there are people out there that understand and that will work with you and not just love in spite of, and that will just stand by you and work through your walls and break down every emotion, and not just want to force you to take medications. Not like that's a bad thing, because I work in a hospital. I have relatives that have bipolar and have been diagnosed with emotional disorders and stuff. So, and they take medication. So it's not that I'm against that, but not everybody sees these emotional disorders and thinks they should be on medication, or some people want to sit beside you and work through them and love you as well as, and even more so, even though society sometimes sees it as a negative and people not understanding. Basically, it's the understanding of everything. And I think this shows that not everybody lives inside society norms, and you know, it breaks barriers and opens up conversations. And I just loved it. I keep talking about it, but I just really enjoyed that, and I'm so glad that I've managed to read it. I am in my dressing gown because, like I say, I wasn't planning on filming right now. I was planning on to do my makeup and get ready for work, but I've literally just finished that book and I loved it. Absolutely loved it. So I'm also doing my update now. So I have just finished that one. I have got work for the next 2 days. Well, 2 nights, should I say. Because if you're new to my channel, I work 13-hour night shifts. So time does get away from me and because I work shifts, I work different all the time. But I only have these 2 books left that was on my big stack to begin with, and I'm quite shocked. I managed to get through so many books this weekend, and I think because I let myself just have the time to read on Sunday, I think that's all I did. I felt really bad because I did have videos going up over the weekend, but because obviously on Saturday I was with my friend and I was trying to be present, and then on Sunday I was trying to film as much as I could for this vlog while I have time off of work, like or days off from work, that I felt like I was really delayed in replying to comments, so I do apologise for that if there was a delay. I was filming this video and I really wanted to make a conscious effort of reading a lot of different types of books. So the ones left that I've got to read is Flawless by Elsie Silver. This is the first in the Chestnut Spring series, and it is on my 24 books I want to read in 2024 list. This whole series is, so I really want to make a start in it, and I can't wait to get into it. And then the other one is Romantic Poets. So this is poets written by like Keats and Byron and Shelley and Blake and Coleridge and Wordsworth. So I am looking forward to getting into this, and I think I'm going to really enjoy this, because one of my, if you didn't know, I'm absolutely obsessed with Shakespeare. I love him. I love his works. I used to go to Stratford-upon-Avon like twice a year before we moved in together, and you know, bills. But we used to go twice a year. We used to go see plays all the time. I am absolutely obsessed, and I used to carry around his sonnets with me all the time. My husband actually got me a bracelet that's like, it looks like it's bent, but it's bent in a way where you can read all the way round, back and front of the bracelet continuously, and it has one of my favourite sonnets on it. And for Christmas, I will show you. We got a picture for the library room, which is of Shakespeare himself. So I'll show you that next. I'll do a little clip of it so you can see what I'm on about. But yeah, I absolutely love him. So, and I think that this is going to bring out those sort of feels because obviously this is written by men that were separated from their partners with wars and everything. So I think that the writing style and the contents of this is going to bring back all the feels that I feel when I read classics, and with it being poetry and romantic poetry and stuff, I think it will resonate with me with Shakespeare's sonnets. So I do think I'm really going to enjoy this. So I'm really excited for both of these. Like I say, because I'm at work for 2 nights, I'm probably going to read both of these while I'm at work. So you probably won't have more footage of me reading, but I will surely be coming back and giving you my reactions to both of these. I'm really excited for them. I'm sorry that I won't be able to film me reading them, but just know with the poets, I will probably be having a cup of tea at work, and if I manage to have 5 minutes, I shall be diving into these, and this will be my book for my journey to and from work when I'm on public transport and trying not to nod off on the way home. I should also mention that this was a gift from KJ. So thank you again, KJ. She brought me the first 4 books in the Chestnut Spring series. So forever grateful for my bookish bestie, KJ. Sorry for the jump scare with the face mask and now with my bare face. But I've literally just rolled out of bed and been like, I need to update them on this book. But yeah. Finished Alone with You in the Ether and going on to these 2, and I hope that you're enjoying this romance reading vlog and a bit of self-care in there as well. And just remember, if somebody isn't smiling, give them yours, as the Queen Dolly always says, and I do too. So yeah. So I did manage to read The Romantic Poets. Really enjoyed this. I cozied up and read it with a cup of tea, and then I read some of it whilst at work and travelling around. I love the way the book is set up. It starts with an introduction, so you get an introduction to all of the poets and when in time they were and how close in time they were and their deaths and stuff. I really enjoyed that, the introduction, and I liked that with each poet you had an introduction to that poet. So let me do an example. Like, you've got a portrait and then a introduction to the poet. So obviously this one is John Keats. And I just really liked that you got a little bit of a backstory before going into their poetry. So you can sort of see what was going through their mind at the time and what they had been through. I thoroughly enjoyed these, and I think it will be a poetry collection that I will go back to when, you know, I need a little bit of romance in my life. But yeah, really enjoyed that. And then I did also finish the last book that I can't believe I managed to actually read all of the books on that pile, but it is Flawless by Elsie Silver. This is about Rhett and Summer. Rhett is a cowboy, he is a famous bull rider, and he has just got into trouble in the papers, and Summer's dad is Rhett's PR management team, and Summer has just got a job with her father, being his like associate sort of thing. And Summer's father comes up with the idea that Rhett needs a babysitter basically to keep him out of trouble whilst he is currently leading up to the finals of this bull riding competition. So he makes Summer be his babysitter basically, and she has to spend all her time with him. He hates this idea. Rhett does not want Summer around, so he is quite put off by her. He is very blunt with her. They have this great like banter arguments between them, but Summer has had a crush on Rhett since she was younger, like in her younger teens. She used to have a poster of him on her wall, but they eventually start getting along and the romance ensues from there. And I did really enjoy this one. I wasn't as swept away by the romance as I thought I was going to be, but I'm hoping, because I know the first one isn't everybody's favourite, I think it's the second or the third that people love in this series, so I am looking forward to carrying it on. But I did give this 4 stars. I really did enjoy it. I just have romance books that I've enjoyed more. So yeah, I finished that also. Loved it. And that is everything that I'm going to read for this vlog. So I hope that you enjoyed this. I hope that you got some pampering done and, you know, learn to love yourself, because that's the most important thing. I enjoyed making this vlog. I really did. I really enjoyed my reads throughout this. I hope that you are taking care of yourself. I hope that you are well. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you would like to see more from me, please subscribe, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye! The next book, there is Alone With You in the Ether by I brought this when I was in Stratford upon Avon. This, they're gonna fall, they're gonna fall. Oh my god. So I'm collecting, I'll just spat. Oh my goodness, you have spoiled me. Oh, it's incredible. I'm really trying not to cry. You have no idea how much I needed these. I just get so overwhelmed. It's so lovely. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness. Thank you. But yeah, so oh my goodness. Oh my god, KJ. You spoil me so much. This is incredible. I'm literally down in energy drinks, so I keep burping all the time. I'm trying to stay awake. Oh my god, the sticky tabs, they have 2,400 pieces. 2,400 pieces, wow. Oh, I can annotate my little heart away. But I have, and I'll probably see you tomorrow. AKA the next clip. I don't know why I'm waiting, blah, 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 blah. I need to go to bed. I feel like vampire books. Let me get my itch. Reading this. Gonna carry on with this. No, hold on. I see the light. Always the same, isn't it? When you like the illustrations are beautiful and then you can't find any. And then the last one is the 100 Days of Happier. I've got an itch. And yeah, I have been reading. I have been reading. Why do I keep saying region instead of reading? Have you read any Olivia Blake books? I find that really hard to say. Olivia Blake. Have you read any Olivia? See? Have you read any Olivia Blake? Olivia? Have you read any Olivia? That people just see one side of it. They think you're like, I'm trying to articulate my words and they're not coming to me because all I can think of is don't cry, don't cry. Oh, this is the first in the by the way, sorry for the jump scare, both with me putting that face mask on. Oof. Fluff off my dressing gown, flying everywhere. I thought, like I said, did I say that? This is the first in the, obviously I've already told you. And that is, oh wait, we're wobbling. Where is the love? You're not impressed? Bean's just looking at me like.